Okay, so first things first, my hair today is a first day wash and go with the new version of Curl Junkie Pattern Pusher. This is supposed to have more hold, but I don't really know if that's the case for me. I'm not really sure about this gel, but I will do a review on it later. Second thing second, so I'm going to add a new section to the channel. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that we've been talking a lot about fitness and nutrition and working out, things like that, and I've gotten some requests for those types of videos. Like for instance, I got new training shoes, or people ask me, like, I have a couple of Beachbody workouts and how I like those. So I'm going to give those kinds of videos their own playlist, their own little section of the channel, and it's going to be called PixieFit. So just stay tuned for more of those videos, and this video is actually the first PixieFit video. So if you can tell or you can see, I always wear these two little trackers on my wrist. I'm kind of like obsessed with fitness trackers. So this is a Fitbit Flex, and this is the Misfit Shine. So I've gotten some requests to review the two and tell you which one I prefer. So just hands down, flat out, right out the bat, I'm going to say that I prefer the Fitbit Flex, and I really do like Fitbit. I like the company, and if I got another fit tracker, it would most likely be a Fitbit. So basically, all it is this little tracker you wear on your wrist. I never take it off. Well, I just did, but I never take it off really. Like, I don't take it off in the shower or anything, and it has this little tracker inside of it that tracks your steps per day and like the amount of activity you do, like how many miles you've walked, things like that, and it lights up to tell you how far you've progressed in your day. So like my goal is 12,000 steps. So I'm on the 5th dot, which tells me that I'm very close to my goal. Like, just divide it by, 5, and it's really easy to figure it out. I know a lot of people actually like to see the number of steps, but I just look at my phone and it's not a big deal to me. So you just go on your app. The app, I will show you guys a screenshot, but the app basically just lists like steps, calories burned, activity duration. Let me see, what else does it do? You can actually go on there and play games. You can show rank yourself against your friends. So I really like that component of it because I'm kind of like a competitive person. So if I see that one of my friends is beating me, I'm like, oh man, I gotta take more steps. So that's also a really good thing, and I really enjoy that. You do have to charge this via USB probably like every 5 days or so, but it's not really a huge inconvenience. It can be a little annoying if you don't get the email alert that says your Flex is low on battery, because me, like, I know I want all my steps to count since I wear this thing. So like if I'm about to go to the gym and I see that my Flex is about to die, I'm like, oh no, I'm just not going until this charges, because I need my steps. You have to count my steps. No. Like one day I went out and it died like in the middle of the day, and I was just livid like for the rest of the day. So maybe I'm a little obsessed, but it's cool. You can also tap it twice and it goes into sleep mode. So then it'll track like how long you slept, and it has like how much you're moving around when you sleep to see if your sleep is restless. Personally, I never use that function because I always forget to tap it before I go to sleep. So I'll put more details about it in the details, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I enjoy it. This is actually my 3rd one. I lost one, and then they sent me a new one for free, totally free, and then the other one kind of started acting funky. It wasn't syncing right, and then they just sent me another one. So I've had this for about a year, but it's my 3rd one. So the Misfit Shine I decided to get when I lost my Fitbit, and then in the interim, because I was like, I'm not gonna buy the same tracker if they're sending me one, but I really like have gotten into having a fitness tracker every day, so I really wanted to get that one and see what it was like. Okay, so the Misfit Shine is a little bit fancier. Their marketing is a little bit geared towards, like a fashionista type of fitness band. So this comes in a band that connects like this on your wrist, and this actually makes it sturdy, or not sturdier, but more secure on your wrist, because if this comes loose, it still doesn't automatically come off like the Flex does. The new models of the Fitbit don't do that. Or I think the new the Charge HR, and then the one above that, they made like a little thing like this as well, because people were complaining about them falling off. Because like when I lost mine, I think it fell off in a cab, and I didn't even notice until like hours later. So anyways, so this one's a little bit more secure. It actually is prettier because the actual tracker is just this little disc right here, and you put it on there's a little 12 right here, so you put it up here by the 12, because this one also is a watch, which is pretty cool. I dig that about it a lot, because I don't usually wear a watch. I usually just check my cell phone, but if I can't like get my cell phone out, like if my hands are full or something, I can just tap this and tell what time it is. But it does only round up to like every 5 minutes, so if you need to know like exactly what time it is, not going to be very helpful. But basically it's the exact same thing. It tracks your steps for the day, amount of activity, but it gives you activity points. I don't really care about those, because I mean, you can tell what they mean, like each activity point is kind of like an amount, like a certain amount of steps, but just tell me the steps. And also, I do not like the Android app for this one. If I have my Fitbit app, I have it on my iPhone and my Android, and the steps will be basically the same. With my Shine, there is a very large discrepancy between my steps on the Android app. I don't know why. It's not, I don't know. I think they need to update it and just fix it, but it would like have my steps off by like 7,000, and even this would be telling me that, you know, I was almost done with my steps, but it was totally wrong. So that kind of pissed me off. This one does track sleep automatically, so if you really want sleep, you can see, you know, all the different kinds, like how restless you're being. And then it also has like some cute little what do you call it, you know how when you go to sleep you can play like sounds like chirping or something like that? They have those, so you can play them on your phone to help you relax and go to sleep, you know, if you're into that. Some people find it really annoying. I think it's kind of cool. But this one also does not sync with my MyFitnessPal, and the Fitbit Flex does. So instead of putting my calories into either of these apps, I just put them into my MyFitnessPal, and then Fitbit automatically calculates it for me. This one, not so much. Let's see, what else about this thing? It is cool that you can take the disc out, and if you're on the site, you can buy different jewelry to kind of go with it. So you could buy like a prettier, I think they have a prettier bracelet, but I know you can buy a necklace that is, you know, so if you have a formal event, you don't have to have like some ugly band on your wrist or something like that. Also, the Flex has a desktop capability. The Misfit Shine, unfortunately, only has mobile, so you can't check it on your desktop. Fitbit has like a little dongle that you put into your laptop, and you can sync if you're up to 20 feet away. This doesn't have that. So I know, like, for instance, since I like my Flex better, I was like, maybe I'll just give my Misfit Shine to my mom, but she's not really into cell phones, so she can't really use it, so that sucks. Also, this one has a battery like a watch, so it does not have to be charged. They say that the battery will last you about 6 months. I got this in August, and I haven't had to change the battery yet, so that's very good, you know, if you get obsessive like me and you don't want to go anywhere without something on your wrist. Let's see, what else about this thing? It has a clock. I mean, I don't know, it's prettier. I actually wish that the software was better, because it's so pretty. Also, this one, there's a competitive aspect to it, but I don't know anyone who has a Misfit Shine, so I don't have any friends on that app. Basically, they'll tell you the average steps or the average points that people are getting a day in your same demographic group. So like women who have this, it'll say like how many points they're getting. But every day when I look at it, it's pretty much like they are getting half of what my goal is. So obviously I want more than that anyway, so it doesn't really give me a competitive edge. Another aspect of the Shine that I'm kind of about is that when you sync it, it does have wireless syncing, but you're basically supposed to tap it right on your phone screen in order to sync it, instead of just wearing it on your wrist. Like the Fitbit range is a lot more. You don't have to have it on your wrist, I mean on your phone screen, in order to sync it, but it kind of takes it a few times. It also doesn't have automatic syncing, so I always have to tell it to sync when I load the app. And sometimes if I'm trying to sync something while I'm working out, it's kind of annoying for me to have to like find it and push it, you know, make sure it's close enough to my phone to sync. So in a nutshell, I definitely prefer the Fitbit Flex. Because this is so cute though, I would love to see them, you know, enhance their software, enhance their hardware, and then perhaps maybe, you know, they'll take over, because this is definitely more attractive than a plastic band, but it's just not as intuitive. It's not as easy to use. It doesn't have as much variety, and it's not as popular. So, you know, I know so many people with Fitbits. Like, I have like a whole list of friends on there, and you can also like look up your friends on Facebook if they have Fitbits as well. I think you can do it with the Shine, but no one has one. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna add more details if I can think of them in my details. If you have any questions about either tracker, please just put them in the comments and I'll answer you, and I look forward to talking to you guys later. Hope you worked out today. All right, bye.